The first big change I noticed this year was a lot of RV manufacturers switching to these Suburban steps. So like the MORryde steps, they still have a metal outer frame, and I've seen a few frame color options, but the steps are some type of plastic or composite material. These are definitely new, and I just checked and they don't even have these on their website yet. I think I'm a fan of these. They are considerably lighter. The steps have much better grip than the aluminum models. And because they're graded, it's eliminating at least some of the water and debris you get in the RV when folding up the steps. Now they do have metal framing built into the steps underneath. My only concern is how this composite material will hold up over time, especially to the sun, but I guess we shall see. What's going on, everyone? We are at the 2025 Hershey RV Show. We're going to take a look at some new RV accessories, some new tech in the RV space. We're just going to kind of wing it today, so sit back and enjoy the show. So this is the new power center. So this is essentially your surge protector, your EMS, and it's also the auto former all in one. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, so can you give us a little demo on how this works?
Yeah, so you come to your site, you plug it in. Everything turns on. If the dog lights up white, everyth's good. So you plug the rest of your coach in. You can see the input voltage here from the pedestal and the output voltage. If the voltage does go a little bit low, in this case, it went down to 105 coming in. It's boosting, and it's boosting out to 114 to the unit. So it comes back up. It'll boost less, and then if it goes too low or it can't boost the voltage to a safe range, which will automatically turn off.
Okay.
Like as you can see, drop down to 86.
Yep.
It'll turn off, and if the voltage comes back up into normal operating range, 119 to 123, after 90 seconds, this will retest itself, and then it'll turn back on.
So Hughes has finally combined their Power Watchdog EMS with their Autoformer. One of the bigger issues at campgrounds is low voltage, so the Power Center will boost your voltage by prorating it up to about 10%, and all the electrical protection you normally get from the Power Watchdog is built into this unit. I'm hoping to get a video out on this sometime early next year, but it is now available. Even though it's not technically a new product, the Smart Plug is probably my favorite product this year because they added something I think this product has been missing. The majority of RV power cords come as this twist lock design. They aren't the easiest plug to connect, especially when you get into 50 amp cords. They do get heavy, and the weight of the cord can create gaps between these terminals. That leads to resistance, arcing, excessive heat. The whole design relies on this plastic nut to hold everything into place, which you probably know by now. It's easier to cross thread this nut than it is to get it on straight. And even when it's on straight, you can only thread this so tight until it skips and the threads jump back. The Smart Plug stays locked in due to the shape of the body, the two locking levers on the side, and the cover also acts as a lock.
This body-to-body mating, we call it a one-directional body mate. So this is a castle top to a castle top, and you're inserting it in that deep. So when that slides in, watch this, I'm going to take the levers out of play. You still cannot make that open.
Okay.
The levers are redundant, and then this lid is a second or another backup clamping mechanism. The thing that I always like to tell people who are new to this, you've got to make sure you pop this, because I see people struggling. You have to release that or it won't come loose.
So here's how this whole thing works. You have the inlet connection that you replace on the RV. They have black, white, gray, as well as a 3/16 stainless inlet. This is color coded and simply connects to the Romex on the other side of the wall. The other side is obviously the plug. You cut the plug off your existing power cord, and it comes with all the hardware you need to connect the Smart Plug to the existing cord. Now, this is a straight plug. Because this locking design is so strong, the weight of the cord does not affect the connection. This is what they've been selling for the last 15 plus years. However, due to customer demand, they finally released an angled version. Well, sort of, let me explain. At the time of recording this, August of 2025, the angled plug is only available as a full cord purchase. They will be releasing the angled plug as a replacement, so you don't have to buy a whole new power cord. I just don't know the ETA on that yet. I'll put links down below to what's available right now. An installation video is definitely coming, and I'll update you guys when the angled version is available in a replacement plug. This is a fantastic product. It gives you 27% more metal-to-metal contact. It's a more stable connection, high current flow, low resistance, and it's really easy to use. I think when they release the angled plug replacement, you're going to finally start seeing more of this product.
Yeah, absolutely. I wanted to hear it.
Another reason to try to get out to these RV shows is the accessories. You're gonna find a decent amount of deals. You may even discover something you never knew existed. There's definitely a lot of things to see here, even if you're not in the market for a new RV. So we're down here at the RV mattress booth. Something you guys might not know, Tara had a 9-inch tumor removed from her spine. So we have tried our fair share of mattresses over the years. The Aurora Luxe from Brooklyn Bedding is the only mattress she'll sleep on. We have one in the RV and one in the house, and we're proud that RV Mattress is sponsoring today's video. They also have a full line of pillows and bedding accessories. Their website will recommend a mattress based on how you sleep. Shipping is free, and they come with a limited lifetime warranty. Use our link and discount code down below and get 30% off your mattress. Blue Technology is releasing a black tank flush adapter now. This is more than just a pipe tee with quick connects. They put not one, but 2 check valves in here. Plus there's a vacuum breaker on the tank rinse line inside the RV. So this is gonna eliminate the need for a dedicated black tank flush hose. I'm definitely going to test and demo this in a future video, but for now, this is what it will look like on a Nautilus panel. So water's coming in here. And you could close this valve, normal real-time use, and then when you want to flush your black tank, you open this valve here and divert over.
Yes, sir. And there's 2 check valves in here, so there's no risk of contaminating water.
Yep. That was going to be my next question. There's got to be a check valve in here somewhere so nothing can come back through this. Okay. So as you're walking around these RV shows, if you look closely, you'll find some manufacturers put out construction samples. This one here is how Venture builds their floors. The floor is 5/8" tongue and groove plywood, laid on 2x3s, 16 inches on center, fiberglass insulation underneath, and everything is wrapped in a radiant foil. So this is very close to residential flooring. Things like this are important to understand, even if you're not interested in the Venture line. A lot of companies are using foam floors. Over time, that foam compresses in high traffic areas and leaves soft spots in the floor that are very difficult to repair. Wood floors, on the other hand, are much easier to patch and or repair should something happen. Manufacturers who care about building quality RVs are using thicker Asdale sidewalls. Not all laminated sidewalls are the same. PVC roof membranes are superior to TPO. They're more durable. They have better reflectivity. These are just some of the things to consider when shopping. Not all RVs are built the same, and RV shows are a great place to do some comparison shopping. I do have a quick question for you guys. I'm seeing considerably more dark colored RVs this year. I love the color, probably great for winter camping too, but I have to imagine these would absorb a lot of heat in the summer. Have you guys ever RV'd in one of these? Would you consider buying one? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. The Recurve R6 hitch from Camco is not a new product for 2025, but I wanted to mention this today for a couple reasons. First, it works very differently than most hitches. It uses these spring-loaded ball bearings, and they gradually increase pressure up to 300 pounds on each side for sway prevention from 0 to 7 degrees. In other words, due to the shape of the ball, it's trying to force the trailer back to its normal position. After 7 degrees, the sway prevention disengages, since any turns above 8 degrees will be low-speed turns where sway prevention isn't needed. Essentially, it won't fight you when making tight turns or backing into a campground. You can turn off the sway resistance altogether, and it doesn't depend on tongue weight to distribute the weight. The second reason I mention this is I'm curious to know if any of you guys have run this hitch. Camco is not traditionally known as a hitch manufacturer, but they will put this hitch head to head against anything else in its price segment. I think because this hitch works so differently than everything else, it's worth testing in a future video. But in the meantime, I'd love to know your thoughts. Have you used it? Were you disappointed, or do you absolutely love this hitch?